On my left, I have the Google Pixel 6a, and on my right, I have the Google Pixel 7a. And this will be the order that they will be in throughout this video. So let's start off by looking at the screen size. They are both 6.1 inch in terms of display, and they also have thick bars around the edges, and as you can see, in addition, they have flat edge-to-edge displays. So if you're someone that does not like curved displays, you'll like either of these devices. Also, they both have OLED HDR 60Hz displays. However, with the Google Pixel 7a, you now have the option of increasing it to 90 Hz. But do beware, you will need to change this within the settings menu on the device. One of the nice things Google have done is match the rear of the A series to their standard and Pro series, so you don't feel any inferiority complex when using the A series. Both devices are made of Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on the front and aluminium on the sides. On the back, both devices are made of plastic, although you would never believe it. The other thing I really like about both of these devices, especially in these two colors, is that they hide fingerprints really well, making it really difficult to see. And if you're someone that's still concerned about fingerprints, you can always use some type of cover for your device. The Pixel 6a came with Android 12 pre-installed, whilst the Pixel 7a came with Android 13 pre-installed. When it comes to the updates, they both get 3 years of software updates and 5 years of security patch updates. And the key thing to note is that is from new. So for example, if you purchase either of these devices a year after release, then you get 2 years of software updates and 4 years of security patch updates, and so on and so on. Weight wise, the Pixel 6a comes in at 178 grams, whilst the 7a comes in at a slightly heavier weight of 193 grams. So that's some 15 grams heavier than the 6a, and I may have a reason for that. When it comes to the biometrics, both devices support a pin and fingerprint, which is optical on the screen just around here. However, with the Pixel 7a, it does have an additional feature, which is the face unlock. And I'm still testing it out, but initial preliminary results is that, yeah, it works as described. Yes, it is intermittent, but it is an added feature. Battery wise, the Pixel 6a comes in at 4,410 milliamps, whilst the 7a comes in at 4,385 milliamps. In terms of the processor, naturally the 6a supports the Google Tensor processor, whilst the 7a has the updated Google Tensor 2 processor. Charging speeds, both devices have 18 watt wired charging, and I can tell you that if you leave the device to run to very low percentage and charge it from say 1, 2 or anything below 10%, it can take you a couple of hours before the device can charge fully to 100%. In terms of wireless charging, that's not supported on the 6a. However, that's an additional feature now on the Pixel 7a, because it now supports wireless charging, which is good, but I have to say that wireless charging is capped at 7.5 watts, and again, it is really slow. RAM management, actually you have 6 gigabytes on the 6a, and with the 7a that's been bumped up to 8 gigabytes. Sound wise, both devices, they do support stereo speakers. The other thing I do want to touch on is the notifications icons. on both devices because they appear white on the always on display. What I would really like is if those notification icons were in color, making it easy to identify. If you're enjoying this video, subscribe to the channel below would be like a golden ticket. And it is free to do, as my analytics are showing less than 2% of you watching are subscribed to the channel. As a result of wireless charging, the device does need a coil inside for this feature to work, and this may explain why the Pixel 7a is 15 grams heavier. The frontal selfie camera on the Pixel 7a has been improved compared to the Pixel 6a. When it comes to shooting videos, the Pixel 6a, you can shoot video up to a maximum of 1080p at 30 frames per second, whereas on the Pixel 7a you can shoot video up to a maximum of 4K at 60 frames per second. And what I will say is that regardless of which device you choose, they both take amazing photos and videos. On the rear of both devices, you can see that the camera setup on the Pixel 7a has been improved over the 6a. And with both devices, you can shoot video up to a maximum of 4K at 60 frames per second. And I will say it again, they both take amazing photos and videos, especially at this price point. Those were some of the main differences between the Pixel 6a and the Pixel 7a. It may help you to decide if the Pixel 6a or the Pixel 7a is right for you. Both the 6a and 7a have features which are worth looking into, and the beauty is the features also appear on the flagship 6 Pro and 7 Pro respectively, which I think is great value for money. I do cover a lot of the features in bite-sized videos on my channel, so do go and check them out. When it comes to finances, I'm not a fan of upgrading devices in consecutive years, and I think if you can only afford the Pixel 6a, you will not be disappointed. Yes, you can pick up the Pixel 6a for under $300 or cheaper, depending on when you are watching this video, and I think that is a great steal. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. My name is Shola. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Ciao.